All right. Well, welcome everybody. Our once a month Tuesday night all Trailblazer team call. I love getting together with you guys and having a call that's just for our team. And I especially love it when it is at the beginning of a month that we are going into conference and we get to celebrate all of you and all of the efforts that you guys have put forth, whether you know, have a recognizable promotion like Sue does that we all get to celebrate, reaching sales coordinator, or even if you are just, you're in your journey and you're working towards your goals. I want to celebrate all of you because every single day you guys are showing up and you're making a difference in people's lives. And that is so important and that is worth celebrating, whether the company recognizes that as a benchmark or not. So I'm so proud of everyone. We finished a great September and we're going into this month super strong. I know Tampa's going to be incredible. I'm getting more and more excited the closer we get. And they've got a lot of really great training in store for us. So I'm really excited for all of you guys and for all that's to come. So it's funny, in the weeks before a conference, it's always what I call regional season. And it's when a lot of our local communities put on regionals. And that's done for two reasons. It's done because they know that a lot of people can't always make the next national convention and they still want to have an event to serve us. And they also want to have an event to serve us so that people can make last minute decisions to come to conference. And I took myself to the San Diego Regional a couple weeks ago, and you know, I went because I had somebody new that wanted to go. And as a leader, when, you know, you show up, other people will show up. And of course, I wanted this gal to come. And so she came and I went. And I really didn't have much expectation other than that fact that she would be served and I would get to experience that with her. But I ended up walking away, you know, I don't know why I think I'm not going to be invigorated and re-inspired all over again, because I always am. And I was so inspired and I was so invigorated. And I took away a lot. And something that I took away from Christine Abril was probably the best training on, or the best analogy, I should say, on why it is so critical for us to qualify our businesses and why the business of duplication is so important. So I am going to do my very best, although I am sure I will fall short, to explain to you guys and just basically share with you how I interpreted this part of her training. And it was part of she closed. Christine Abril is a 100 plus 7-figure earner leader in our company. She's extraordinary. She's a beautiful person and she's such a great trainer. I mean, she's trained all over the country and at conferences. And she had a picture up of the slide that I actually posted, announcing the team call, which is what's cute is what duplicates. And she's got a picture of the Starbucks cup. And, you know, Jay Martin talks a lot about Starbucks and he loves Starbucks and he's fascinated with the business model of Starbucks. And she spoke about Starbucks in this analogy. So all you guys know, so I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about the power of qualifying. And I'm going to talk about duplication as it relates to Starbucks. So we all know that Starbucks are franchises, that they all have the same coffee, the same food, the same system of how they greet people. The employees, you know, are trained the same. They all wear the same uniforms. It's the same vibe. There's great music. There's, you know, good variety of, promotional stuff. It's an inviting environment that most of us want to go into, right? So we all know that most Starbucks look the same. So it is the same. Those franchise owners were, you know, trained the same way. Okay, so I'm just going to invite you guys to put on your business hats like you are a new Starbucks franchise owner, okay? So you now own your local franchise, your local Starbucks. So you are going to help your local Starbucks, because you're now the owner, you're going to help them get set up for success, right? And there's a lot to do to help a store get open and launched for success. You're going to help them with their grand opening and getting all the equipment in there and getting, you know, kind of the foundational things set, the coffee and all that stuff. You're going to train the employees to help them, you know, serve the people and know what they're doing so that they can provide the best customer service. You're going to get everything ready. The store is going to be all stocked, full of all the promotional things that they sell and the food items and all of those things. And then you're going to hopefully start selling some coffee, right? People are going to come in there and you're going to start selling cups of coffee and drinks and frappuccinos and, you know, all the good stuff. Now, as the franchise owner of the Starbucks, you want to make sure that you are a qualified owner of, or, you know, franchisee to that Starbucks, because imagine as the owner making 5% commission on every cup of coffee that is sold from your new franchise Starbucks store. Every single time somebody comes in there and orders, you know, whether it's a basic black cup of coffee, which is kind of a basic sale, to, you know, somebody going in there and buying coffees for their whole family, right? Like a variety of frappuccinos and cappuccinos and lattes and I don't even know what all the fancy drinks are anymore because I drink my coffee black. So you want to make sure that you are earning that 5% on every single cup of coffee. Otherwise, all the work that you've done to help this franchise be successful, you're not really capitalizing on, right? So imagine missing out on that. Like, you don't want to miss out on that. You want to make sure that every single cup of coffee that's sold, whether it's a little bit of coffee or a lot of coffee, you know, some Starbucks are, you know, maybe busier than others. Maybe some are at a really, you know, in the center of town, super popular location, you know, and maybe some others are just a little sleepier, a little quieter, although I don't know any quiet Starbucks. So imagine missing out on that. And when she talked about that, I was like, wow, that is a phenomenal analogy to why it is so important that we qualify our business. And part two to the Starbucks qualifying phenomenon and opportunity is that there's not just one Starbucks store that you get to go and open. You can open as many Starbucks stores as you want. You can teach as many of those new Starbucks stores to be successful and go do the exact same thing. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You can sponsor as many people as you want to own their own franchise. You can teach them to get launched, to get trained, to plug into the tools, to help them open their business by inviting all the people into their life. But you want to make sure that you're owning the opportunity to earn the 5% off of those people. Okay, so that was something that I thought really hit home. And I know that there's a variety of you guys on the line and that will listen to this, and everybody's at different levels and everybody's at different stages in their businesses. But that qualifying your business, and I know sometimes I feel like we beat this to death in this business, but we can't help but do that because it's so important. And we don't want you guys to miss that 5%. And we don't want you to miss out on ultimately what's the most important part of your paycheck. Okay. So that was part one of the Starbucks analogy. Do you guys have any questions? This is a very casual call. So I want to give you guys opportunities to ask me any questions. No. Okay. You're all such good students of Starbucks. Okay. So the second part is in relation to, oh, thanks, Melissa. Well, it's not me. Not, as always, I don't invent anything. I stole this from Christine April. And I just elaborated on a little bit to paint a picture. So the second part around the Starbucks, the cute cup of coffee that I showed you guys that she had on her slide, is around duplication. And I think that also the word duplication is used a lot in our business. We talk about it a lot, duplication. But truly, you guys, and I think it's because of since I've joined Rankmakers and I listen to Ray Higdon every day, that this has really become alive for me in a bigger way. If you are not duplicating yourself, i.e., teaching people to do what you are doing, helping new people get on Juice Plus, opening up new franchises, and teaching them to share the tools, teaching them, their stories, helping them get good at, putting on events of all kinds and things like that, and teaching them to qualify their business, then this business, you guys, just becomes another sales job. It is a job. Because just getting customers and not having people that are doing the same thing as you is not the way to create an unlimited source of residual income. And so duplication is not just something that is cute and fun that we talk about. It really is what separates this kind of a business from anything else that you are going to do, whether it's work for somebody else or have a traditional business or be a soulpreneur, which is a very popular business model right now where you're trading time for dollars. Okay. So the duplication piece is so important. So going back to Starbucks, we all know that Starbucks looks the same. And I talked about that at the beginning. So imagine if you wanted to open up your Starbucks, but you wanted to do it your way. You kind of wanted a different, spin on it. You're creative. You're really good at making your own coffee drinks. And so you're like, you know what, Lisa, I don't want to get that Frappuccino machine that everybody has to invest in and everybody has to buy. I want to come up with my own recipe for Frappuccinos because I think I can do it really good. And as your sponsor, I would say to you, you know what, that's fine. You might be able to make a really awesome Frappuccino, but will everyone else that you teach that's in your store and that's in all the other franchise stores that you open up, will they be able to do that Frappuccino the same as you, right? So that's what we always want to be asking ourselves. You may be able to make the best pumpkin spice latte in town, but if you can't teach all of your Starbucks stores to do it the exact same way, you're missing out on the beauty of what Starbucks is all about and what our business is all about. And that is that residual ongoing income from everybody doing things the same way. And if you notice, the only time that Starbucks or any franchise coffee store, it doesn't matter, will change anything on their menu is when it comes from corporate, right? When it comes, when everybody's doing it. So I don't know when the pumpkin spice latte started. I know it was recently, but they all did it at the same time, right? So, I'm thinking about with our company, the Healthy Living Revolution. So we all got the Healthy Living Revolution website at the same time. We can all use that website in the same way. We don't have to come up with our own websites with our own, recipes and all the resources. We can just use what everybody else is using. The scripts. I think about the Freedom Revolution scripts that I do to help launch new team members. And I'm going to start doing these on a weekly basis when we get back from Tampa, because I just think these are such an easy, awesome tool to plug people into. It's the same script. And, when I hear that somebody is coming up with their own script, it kind of I get a little nervous because your script might be awesome and it might really be great for you, but are the people listening to that call that maybe are in their minds thinking about starting their own franchise, will they be able to do that too? We want to make this business simple and easy for everyone so that they go and do the same thing. And whenever I talk about my business to people that aren't involved, I've been around my family a lot this year and they ask me how my business is. And I say, it's so awesome because I can walk away from my business. Oops, I'm going to meet someone. Hello. I always say to people, it's so awesome. My business can run on its own because no matter where I am, people are eating Juice Plus every single week, every single month. And I've built a team, and no matter what, they are always sharing Juice Plus. And that is what's so amazing about my business and allows me to have the freedom that I have to, take these days and travel and do the things that we want to do. So the duplication piece, you guys, is so important. So why mess with what works, right? If the Starbucks formula is working, why mess with what works? Because it's tried and it's proven and it's going to yield you success. So that is what's going to create a massive residual business. So do you guys have questions around that? Kristen, yes.
I think one of the difficult things for me right now is just trying to figure out, like I've been, I'm not totally new, but I'm still pretty new, relatively new.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just trying to figure out where to go. Like, I still feel like we have like so many, like, are you just mainly going to the Freedom Revolution and the Healthy Living Revolution? And I have even noticed the mission-driven model.info has sort of changed, and I'm kind of can't find some of the things in that format that I used to go to all the time for. So
Right. No, that's an awesome question. And I'm so glad you asked it, because I think other people are probably wondering too. I use the Healthy Living Revolution all the time for customers, for prospects, for, it's just such a great resource. And I think it's a wonderful way for us to show people that we truly live this mission and that we are really about inspiring healthy living around the world. I mean, obviously I use all the product videos, and I send those out, faithfully, religiously every single week. I have my favorites, and I think all of you guys do too. And I only use the freedomrevolution.com when I'm starting somebody new. That's the only website that I expose them to, that in the virtual office. I just met with somebody today. I just showed her those two things. And then once somebody fast tracks to VF and they're starting to build a qualified business, and maybe they start to need some other tools, and I feel like, I also kind of gauge people's overwhelm factors. Like, some people are willing, can take more things on than others. And then I'll start to slowly introduce to them the mission-driven model. So, because there are more things on that website that they can have access to. But honestly, I think the Freedom Revolution, it really has all the basic stuff. And I try to keep people with the basics as long as possible, because it's what duplicates, and it what works. And there's so many other things that they can plug people into that, you don't really need more than that. So, but I do think that the mission-driven model still has its place for those of us that are, sales coordinators, strong, qualified businesses, wanting to build a team, wanting more resources, have more time to pour into their Juice Plus business. I do still think it's chock full of stuff. The other thing that Christine said that I was so happy that I'm like, okay, we have all those pages, are the 3 Facebook group pages, which is, our greater team page, which she thinks, only strong NMDs, once you've been an NMD for a while, to have your own team page. You don't need one before that. Actually, she has one team page. She's a 100 Club member, and she has one team page. And it must be like the most insanely awesome engaged page. And then they have one customer page. Everybody pours into that. And they have one shred page. So, keeping it super simple, keeping there to be one place where everybody can plug in. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Because that's simple for everyone. And then they don't feel like they're in all these different Facebook groups and all these different layers, and it gets to be a lot. So less is more, I think. Anybody else? I'm sure you guys have questions. No, you guys are so good.
So I have to maybe start somebody next week. So what I would want to do is from what you're saying, is just go to the Freedom Revolution, download that call, do that. I can put the only touch of maybe having it be like a toast, or have a little bit of drink or whatever, so it's fun for her friends, or whatever the intro, and then proceed on to read through the script for her. And I think there's a spot on there to give a little bit of personal story too.
Oh, there's several.
Okay,
Listen, totally.
And so you're saying, and then as far as training a new person, like, you just sort of keep them plugged into that Freedom Revolution page for the first, until they're like a VF. That's really that. And then maybe slowly introduce them to a few of the things in the Healthy Living Revolution. If they're involved in shred or whatever, get them going.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of tools for people to get their heads around, I mean, I try not to overwhelm new people, because there are a lot. Yeah.
Right.
But I think that Freedom Revolution, and the thing that's so great about it, you guys, is that it's really going to help you determine how motivated your new people are. Like if they don't even get onto that site and watch any of the videos, then you know that, you know, maybe they're just not quite ready, and that's okay. You know, I was taught early on in this business, you make a move, I'll make a move. So if they're willing to watch a couple of videos and, you know, start to make their list, their memory jogger, that's the first thing I tell people to do is make a list. Make a list, make a list, make a list, and give me 2 dates where we can do, you know, they don't even need to clean their houses yet. Although I do think an in-person event is really important, but they can just be doing this. They can be doing a couple of, you know, Freedom Revolution launch calls, or we can do the One Simple Change, you know, PowerPoint, which is also on the Freedom Revolution, and take them through if they want slides. That's another option too, Kristen. I mean, it's not as indirect. So maybe one Friends and Family and one Healthy Living Revolution, which is like your wine and wellness. That can all be done online.
Okay.
So, you know, you'll know if your person is stepping if you know, get on Voxer. I can't. I mean, I can do a little bit of texting, but then if we're really going to be talking and planning and doing all of these things, just download Voxer. Everyone loves it. And then you guys can determine, you know, if you can ask your new person if he or she is watching the videos. Did you watch the videos? How are you feeling about your story? You ready to share your story? And then if they're like, no, I haven't done any of it, then you know, and then that way you're not taking up your time, because that's the only thing that we can control in this business, you guys, is our time. So I think it's a brilliant resource for leaders that are building out teams, because it really helps us, you know, gauge where we're going to spend our time. Yes, Joni.
I love that. I'm not sure exactly how he quoted it, or how he said it, but when Ray said he's thinking from the second he sends out a video of, you know, Freedom Revolution or whatever, that's duplicating right there. Like, hey, and if you're not interested, you know, in so many words, and you want to share it with a friend who you think might be, you know, worthy, needing this or whatever, share this video, because then right then you're doing it properly from the very beginning. Yep. I really liked that.
Yep. We're just showing them what we do, which is we send people videos and we share them. Yep. Absolutely, you guys. Nope. You get it. You get it. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions? This is great. Kristen, thank you. And Joni, thank you for asking questions. It always, you know, you serve everybody when you ask.
Well, I was going to say too, even on our shred page this month, I've been thinking about that, and I'm trying to post more of, instead of me trying to explain why no caffeine, why no eating, I'm trying to post those little videos from the Healthy Living Revolution page, like that Mitra's done. And
awesome.
So try to post those videos because they're short, they're under 2 minutes, and I got good feedback on those last time. People were like, oh, that was nice to have something that's short and kind of filled that void. So I've been trying to look for more.
Right.
I wish they had those little videos for every guideline, because it would be nice to throw one of those on every day of the shred, you know.
Right. So, well, we're always improving. So you never know. Yeah. No, this was great, you guys. This was really something that stood out to me a couple weeks ago, and I just, rather than go live or whatever, I thought it would be a good topic for tonight. I know we're all getting ready for Tampa. I'm so excited. If you haven't registered for our team dinner yet, please make sure I'll bump up that link on our team page this week so you guys can get that. I mean, it's hard to believe it's only a couple weeks away. But I'm just so excited to be together as a team and celebrate all of our successes and everything that you guys are doing. And I know that their company has got some amazing stuff. Oh, Greta, I'm so excited to meet you too. It's exciting. I love when first time people come to their first conference. It's the best. It's like, yay, all the new people. But I know the company has some incredible things planned. It's really just the closer we get, the more I keep hearing how awesome it's going to be. And I know the company just always continues to raise the bar. So it really is going to be great. And if you haven't made your decision yet, you know, get with the person who invited you into this incredible mission with us. It's not too late. And, you know, we can always accommodate people that want to come at the last minute. And sometimes making those last minute decisions can be the best, and they can be the decisions that change your life and the life of your family and your future. So anyway, you guys, I'm excited. I'll be in touch as we get closer to conference. Oh, Ryan, you raised your hand. Do you know how to unmute? Hi.
Hi, how are you, Greta?
I'm Lisa.
Oh, Lisa, sorry, I didn't
That's
get your name.
okay. That's all right. Welcome. I haven't had a chance to meet you yet.
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started. I got one PC, excluding myself,
Good.
and just trying to pick up some tools and all that. Are you going to be posting this somewhere? I missed the first part.
Yes. I recorded this, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube tonight, and I'll post it on our Trailblazer team page. So if you're in that page, then you will see it there.
Can I join? Is that all right?
You can. Yes.
Excellent.
Who's your sponsor?
Carrie.
Okay.
Carrie Burns. No, that's her old name. Shoot, I forget her new name.
Okay, I'll find out.
She got married.
And we'll make sure we get you added.
All right, great. Thanks.
Awesome. So great to have you on the team.
Thanks.
Awesome, you guys. Well, I am going to stop the recording, and I hope everybody has a great night. Carrie Lewis. Oh, awesome, Danielle. And you can make sure that he gets added to the team or to the Trailblazer page.